Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and Kenan Memorial Stadium, home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. And basketball may be in the blood, but football is certainly in the soul. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the #1 team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Tar Heels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Aurora. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. The offense starts with a short field. The give to the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He wants to throw here on second down. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Oh, my gosh. How do you drop that throw? My guy is wide open. That had 6 written all over it.
On third down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays at it.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming over. All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
On the option, he'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on third down. The reason they're so efficient, They don't have penalties. They keep these third downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
They'll give it to him again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Slater. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision here.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Got his man on the right. On the move at the 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the grab down the middle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Just came out and fired a strike on the slant.
Those are tough catches to make because you know you're going to have that defender draped all over you. So you've got to have strong hands, and you saw that receiver pluck the ball.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready.
To the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Unloads to the wideout. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage. And he fakes it. He's going to throw it. After that last incompletion, the offense is now in punt formation. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Pitts. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He caught it.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're tied 0-0.
Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Slams ahead. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That changes the sequence, doesn't it? Like, you think 1st and goal, maybe I can pound this several times, and now you get the loss. Now you got to rethink things a little bit. Do I want to throw the football now? Do I feel comfortable even running the ball? So that was a big stop for this defense on 1st down.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, UNC. PAT unit on the field. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them, too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Snags it over the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. He keeps throwing it like this for the Hokies, and the defense will have to sleep with one eye open.
And the defense is going to have to grip those pillows tight, because when a QB gets going and spinning it with the ability to run the football too, and the diversity of this offense, it can be tough, and the Hokies fans will be excited.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Looking for more room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so
for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running...
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Hokies will call on their punt team. Might want to stick with kicking this time after misfiring on the last fake. Makes a move. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking for room, it's McMahon. Shakes off the defender.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise,
hits him inside the 20, still going. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score. North Carolina 28. Virginia
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats.
The returner
And the returner goes down.
And the Virginia Tech offense will take over. First and 10.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
you ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They're trying to get to him, trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
The Hokies are in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. The give from the gun. Gets behind those pads, picks up 4 on the play, but it's still a 4th down and 3. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Hokies will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. Looking for his man. On target to the left. All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina. And the stomping has commenced. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Houston came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in H-Town had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Anytime you play this offense, the challenge is stopping this quarterback from running the ball. And you've already seen in this game, he's been able to break off a few runs and do some nice things. That time, though, the defense had his number and tackled him for a loss.
The give to the back. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
A little screen to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Quickly out to the tight end. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And the beatdown has ensued. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score North Carolina 42, Virginia Tech 3.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll keep it on the ground. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. They'll run the option. Oh, the ball's on the ground. And the offense falls on the ball, but they'll still have to give it up. They're short of the 1st down.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Can't get him to the ground. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some positive yards.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another playoff here in the 3rd. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And the Hokies are on the move. He'll pull it on the read. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. A 3rd and long coming up here. Give to the big fullback. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're going to send out the field goal unit, and that kicker will have to launch a rocket. And he missed it. No good. Hoping to cut into that lead. They did not. Lead is huge. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Afterburner's coming. Inside the 10. Touchdown, UNC! And the pummeling has started. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And they tacked on the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he'll bring it back. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first down. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Give to the back. The Hokies decide to punt it away. Two minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. First down for this offense. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now 2nd and long from the 21. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. And the quarterback takes a knee. The Tar Heels will send out the punt unit.
On to punt it away.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff